The natives of Sitka have been here, they say, for thousands of years. But the Russians came, took Sitka, made this the capital of Russian America. By the 1860s, they decided to sell Alaska for a mere $7.2 million to the United States, and the actual transfer happened right here in Sitka. The pulp mill was the biggest employer in town.
I'd been working at the mill for 17 years, almost 18 years.
It was part of the culture.
Life was really good.
And the stores were busy and the town was busy.
It was a big employer, so people were very grateful to have jobs and be able to live in a small town in a beautiful place. But on the other hand, there was the feeling that it wasn't a clean industry. People had very divided feelings about the pulp mill.
The pulp mill was a great place to work, but you could see the way that people looked at the mill environmentally.
There's definitely a tension in the community about the pulp mill.
When the mill announced its closure, it was pretty traumatic to the town, the loss of 10% of the basic employment.
It was like a moment of panic for a lot of the people.
It was a pretty low point in our lives.
I had a family to support. I had no idea what I was going to do.
There was a lot of fear and bewilderment. You know, what are we going to do next?
The thought of leaving Sitka because of the pulp mill closing down wasn't just being a displaced timber worker, it was being displaced from your home.
I was thinking that we could hire displaced timber workers, retrain them to be a trail crew and work on the trails and improve the trail system, build new trails, which is going to be great for the people who live here, great for people who are coming, great for the economy, and it's going to be great for everybody. There were people who were skeptical of how this all was going to work and if we could really employ displaced timber workers.
Lisa, I've watched her lobby people and beat the drum and go to meetings, and I mean meetings and meetings and meetings.
I remember that day that we first got funding, and I remember thinking, okay, my job is done. And that was just the beginning.
I was looking at it as a job. After I started, I saw what a good thing it was.
Trails are a big economic engine.
When the tour ships come in, it will spread their money out because they want to go out and walk these trails.
We're paying people to build the trails, and they're spending money.
We don't have to cut down the forest to have an economy.
Folks love the trail system.
It's such a fantastic place to hike because we have this interface to the ocean and the mountains.
You can be a Democrat, you can be Republican, you can be Christian, Jewish, Buddhist. It doesn't matter what you are. You can still get excited about trails, and you can still enjoy trails.
Here's a community that was so much at odds within itself about logging. And for decades, when the pulp mill closed here, Lisa came up with a vision of a way to bring people together.
It gave me an opportunity to stay in a place that I love dearly.
I hope for my kids that they have a strong sense of community and they understand that they can make a difference, that one person can make a difference.